Hello. Today I'm going to show you a very rare non-tarot divining card deck from 1950. And I acquired this in the 1980s. And it was, of course, a second-hand deck from 1950. And here we have Dr. Marius, M-A-R-I-U-S, divining cards. I hope I pronounced that right. Suits of Love. And it's kind of a battered box, but it kept the cards pretty much intact. And if we pull this out, this is what you see. There is a nice booklet. Comes with it. It's all in English, and as you can see, it's in pretty good shape. It got a little weathered here over the years. 1950. It's printed in Italy, made in Italy, and basically it's kind of like a tarot deck, except it utilizes regular playing cards, and it tells you like what each card can mean and how you read with it. I'm not going to get into all this text because it'd be quite time consuming. It has card spreads and so forth. And I think it's pretty rare because I really haven't seen any. I don't think I would have paid much for it back in the 80s when I acquired it. So it's a really interesting deck, and let's look through it. Okay, the cards are numbered from 1 to 56. For example, this is card 56, and there are only 4 cards, which aren't, a suit of like hearts, spades, diamonds, and clubs, But let's start at the beginning. And here we have the Ace of Hearts, and there's a 1 up here because they're numbered 1 through 56. And they offer a picture. Pretty neat graphics on it. Like the Ace of Hearts, it'll tell you at the bottom, conversation, guests, welcome, news. And then they have reverse meanings, where hesitations, dissatisfaction, less favorable result. So I'm not going to get into all the reverse meanings of the cards. I'm just going to just concentrate on the upright ones. And this is the back. The back is pretty cool, especially for 1950. I think that's a pretty good graphic there. So that's the Ace of Hearts. We have the 2 of Hearts, which says home, love, and bond. We have the 3, which is visit, success, and comfort. We have the 4 of Hearts, love and uneasiness. Now, these are non-tarot meanings, so to learn this, you'd have to learn under new definitions. But look at the graphics. Like there's a couple and they're interacting. Okay. Have the 5. It says happiness and good news. So that's a good card. Excuse me. 6 of Hearts is money and the past. I also notice a little scale back here. 7 is intellectual and worry. Sorry about bumping the camera. 8 is hope and young woman. Almost looks like a temperance shot if she had a couple of cups she was holding. Or could be the moon if there was a moon. She's by the water. Number 9 is fidelity and success. And there's a animal there. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. We have 10. It's constancy and country. Constancy. I don't use that word very often. The 11 card is lover he and in love. And that, of course, is a Jack of Hearts. And for our Queen of Hearts, we have lover she and in love. The little Cupid figure over here. She looks like she might be writing a letter. Or reading a letter. Reading. Okay, then we have, for the King of Hearts, we have rich man, married man. I love this card. I like his suit, his attire, and I like the car behind him. Back in 1950, that would be considered a luxury automobile, and still would to this day be considered luxury. Okay, for the Ace of Diamonds, we have news and loss at games, and they're playing card game there for money. Okay, for the 2 of Diamonds, we have letter, journey, and commerce. Okay. For the 3 of Diamonds, which is card number 16 in this deck, it says gifts and business proposal. And for the 4, we have falsehood, meeting, and so forth. But this card is damaged a little bit. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. It just has a little indentation right up here. There's only a couple of them that have damage on them, but this is one. Okay, and then we have for the 5 of Diamonds, we have sadness, petty love affair. Their use of English in this deck is kind of old and antiquated, I've noticed. A lot of these words aren't really used anymore. So she's laying on her bed. And we have the 6 of Diamonds is worries and inspiration. Corresponds to card number 19 in the deck. For the 7 of Diamonds, we have child, ingenuity, and inheritance. I also noticed I put these cards in order of the number, like this number 21, and they made a couple of printing errors where the cards aren't consecutive on their suits. Anyways, the 8 of Diamonds is foreign woman, flirting, civility. Okay. And I looked at this deck one time recently. I really didn't even study it or anything. So I'm like you, I'm just finding out about this deck because I really haven't researched it or anything or practiced. Here we have somebody playing tennis, sportsmanship, boldness, and realization. Then we have a 10 of Diamonds is thief, dishonest, and hazard. We have card number 24, which is the Jack of Diamonds. Message, evil-minded youth. Okay, and that's looks like a messenger to me. Card number 25, which is the Queen of Diamonds. Rich woman, gossip, and narrowness. Okay, King of Diamonds is become rich, betrayed, speculator. And he's somebody, he's holding something in his hand there. I don't know what it is. And he's spying on somebody in the doorway. So it's kind of an odd card. The Ace of Clubs is wedding and family. So that would be a very positive card in a reading. Fortune telling, as it's otherwise known. For the Two of Clubs, we have journey and combination. For the Three, we have arrogance and enterprise. I love the use of colors and the artwork in these cards. I think they really did a nice job. And they're standard playing card size, so they're easy to shuffle and deal. The Four, we have friends, society, and family. If you want to pause on these cards, please do so, so you can look at the detail. The Five of Clubs, we have good luck and ambition. That's kind of reminds me of a Fool card. It's like the Fool starting on his journey there. This card has very minor, that's okay actually. That's all right, okay. And for the Six of Clubs, we have surprise and earning. Earning money, I guess they're talking about. The Seven, we have joy and abundance. Yep. For the Eight, we have relax and tranquility. Here's where the numbers jumped. This is card number 31, and this is card number 34. And this is the Seven of Clubs, and this is an 8. So the number jumped. I lost 32 and 33. I think they're probably somewhere in the deck here. Okay. Number 35, the Nine of Clubs. Gladness and winning at a game. She's playing the piano. We have 10 of Clubs. We have fickleness and disloyalty. If any of you have ever used this deck and read from it, done your fortune telling with it, please let me know in the comments. I'm not into fortune telling or anything, but I just like to show the cards. The Jack of Clubs is servant, message, and tail. And then the Queen is virgin, maiden, and wife. That's an interesting conversation right there. And our King of Clubs is physician and protector. That's an interesting card. Our Ace of Spades is displeasures and disputes. And here somebody's getting attacked by a much larger person. I don't know if that's supposed to be a child and a father or what, but that's what's going on. And the Two of Spades, we have widow, old woman, and short journey. The Three of Spades, we have widower and removal. So kind of a dual meaning there, but such is duality. The Four of Spades, we have illness, solitude, and sadness. A Five of Spades, we have death, dissipation, and dishonor. So there's our death card, I guess. This would be it. It's definitely a death symbol with a skeleton and the explanation: death, dissipation, and dishonor. So there are some elements of tarot in here. Now in 1950, they had, well, of course, Ryder didn't quite make a comeback at that time. And Marseille decks were few and far between, I believe, but I'm not an expert in this stuff. So, it borrowed some elements from the tarot, but I don't know how it came about. The Eight of Spades, if I didn't mention it, is sadness, anxiety, and displeasures. Okay. The Seven of Spades is calamity, fire, and misfortune. It kind of reminds me, it's kind of like a tower message, where you got fire, and you got calamity and misfortune. And it almost kind of looks like a building or something is on fire, or whatever the structure is. And this card, we have a crease. This is the most damaged card in the deck, but it's okay. It's still workable. Eight of Spades, we have crisis, torment, and jealousy. And there's probably the husband of this lady, and he's catching her with a boyfriend. It almost looks like he just discovered them together. And we have Nine of Spades, we have prison, solitude, and hate. So that'd be a very negative card to get in a fortune-telling reading. But there it is. The Ten of Spades, we have person in uniform, strength, and justice, or injustice. So person in uniform, strength, and injustice. And that looks like a Civil War in the United States. Looks like an old Civil War tent. Remember, these cards came out right after World War II, which ended in about 45 or so, 46. Okay, the Jack of Spades, we have enemy, spy, and rival. I notice there's a lot of spying going on in this deck. This is about the third spy card that I can remember in this deck. And you are discovering it just at the same time I am. I'm not familiar with these cards at all. So that's the first time I really read them. So bear with me. Okay, the Queen of Spades, we have female rival, false woman, friend, and intrigue. A lot of threesomes going around here. Okay, we got some staining on the upper top of this card. Other than that, it's okay. Clergyman and magistrate. Okay, so some type of religious figure. I love this card. This is not a suit card. This is one of the 4 cards at the end, number 53. The Ode She Consultant. The Ode She Consultant, I believe there's an Ode He Consultant. And married, elegant, and sociable. So that'd be a very positive card to get. And then 54, the Young He Consultant. And we have youth, bold, and sportsmanship at the bottom. Very neat card. And we have the second to last card, number 55, the Young She Consultant. We had the Old She Consultant, now we have the Young She Consultant. Romantic, amorous, and I'm not going to, these terms are just something before my time, if you can believe that. Anyways, the Ode He Consultant, enterprising, and married. And so that's the final card in the deck. And here we have a dude just kind of leaning back in his mid-century chair and smoking a cigar, probably, or a cigarette, I can't see. But he's just enjoying life. enterprising and married. Maybe he's a successful guy. So that wraps it up. That's the deck. And I picked this up in the 80s used. So I've got it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. And I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks.